The number one tool of the top salespeople is persistence, calling the customer back over and over again until they say yes. Research suggests that only 1 in 50 sales are made on the first contact, yet many salespeople give up after just 1 or 2 callbacks. In fact, Marketing Wizdom founder Robert Clay says persistence is the number one key to winning in sales. Solutions that are blindingly obvious once we're aware of them. For example, only 2% of sales occur after the first meeting. And the 2% who first buy in the first contact tend to be the people who have already looked into what you're selling, already know what they're looking for. And if they meet someone who ticks all the right boxes and they get along with them, then maybe they'll do business. But that is far from the norm. The other 98% will only buy once a certain level of trust has been built up, and that takes persistence. Professional salespeople get to know their prospects, understand their issues, solve their prospects' problems, and provide irrefutable evidence. They build relationships and trust by engaging in ongoing dialogue, otherwise known as follow-up. They don't just peddle their products and services and then use a barrage of closing tricks. There are many reasons why people who could benefit from your product or service or expertise do not buy, at least not without further prodding. Inertia could be lack of time. Maybe there's too many other things in their mind. Concerns about cost, cash flow, budget constraints, more pressing matters. None of these, by the way, is a negative. They are just psychological and transactional realities that we must all become aware of and recognize, which is why follow-ups are so important. Yet isn't it amazing how often people express interest, or we express interest in another company's products, but never hear from that person again? And this happens all the time. In fact, research shows amazingly that 20% of sales leads are ever followed up. In fact, in other words, 80% of potential opportunities are lost without a trace simply due to lack of follow-up. People and companies who don't follow up, who do nothing to build up the trust and relationship, will not be competitive with those who do, especially in today's tough economic climate. People need to make sure they're making the right decision before they commit to a purchase. Your persistence shows your true belief in what you sell, and the prospect will feel it. Tenacity results in sales, and studies show that 80% of non-routine sales only occur after at least 5 follow-ups. Now think about that. It takes at least 5 continuous follow-up efforts after the initial sales contact before a customer says yes. 5. Now there are some statistics that are fascinating on this. 44% of salespeople give up after only 1 no. 22% give up after 2 no's. 14% give up after 3 no's, and 12% give up after 4. So that tells you that 92% of salespeople give up after 4 no's, and only 8% of salespeople ask for the order a 5th time. Now, when you consider that 80% of prospects say no 4 times before they say yes, the inference is that 8% of the salespeople are getting 80% of the sales. Let's introduce the 5 no's follow-up strategy. Now, once you're aware of these statistics, you should stack the odds in your favor by introducing a 5 no strategy. Okay? Now, where you will maintain contact with the prospect until each one of them has said no, not now, not yet, at least 5 times. At least. Every time you're in contact, you have the opportunity to advance and build a relationship and ask for the order. Business with a 5 no strategy will always enjoy a conversion rate many times higher than competitive salespeople who don't use this strategy. Top of mind awareness. There's also a fact that 63% of people requesting information on people's companies today will not purchase for at least 3 months, and 20% will take more than that, or even 12 months to buy. Contacting your prospect and existing customers every 3 months or so builds trust and professionalism and keeps top of mind awareness. What meaningful communication strategies do you have in place right now to keep top of mind in the customer's brain? How do you nurture your clients so they learn to trust you and see you as a professional organization? This is a simple strategy and could be critical to your success as a salesperson. Those who keep calling until the customer says yes are the ones who will win in the sales game. Implement it and you will beat your competition.